Farnworth, Hyannis, and I just wanted to point out that it's now been over 9 months since you voted on the sewer plan for Stewart's Creek without a way to pay for it. 9 months of constant anxiety and sleeplessness. I know the CFAC subcommittee is working on it, but in the meantime, I just wanted to remind you this is really a miserable way for us to live with this hanging over our heads. That's it. Thanks.
Anna, oops, sorry, Kate Gulliver, Hyannis. I believe the town clerk presented you with a petition before the meeting tonight. It's a petition for a moratorium on the sewer expansion project in Stewart's Creek. I would just like to say that I support that moratorium. I went to the DPW and the Board of Health this week to get an update on what's happening. It turns out that there, as we've said before, there are no non-compliant septic systems in the Stewart's Creek area. In fact, 25% of the septic systems are less than 5 years old. So there's no immediate need for sewering Stewart's Creek. It can be postponed. From the DPW, it seems clear that the only reason that this project is going forward at this time is to get a $640,000 subsidy on an $8 million loan. The trouble is we still have to pay back that $8 million loan, and the town has no way of paying it back. We have falling revenues, we have rising taxes, and we have lost our AAA rating. It is not a time to be having new projects. It's a time for postponement and cutback, not new projects. You save $640,000, but you still owe $8 million, and you have no way of paying for it. You formed a new committee to figure out a way to pay for it, but they won't have an answer for 18 months. The project is starting within 3 weeks. You'll be committed for that $8 million loan that you have no way to pay back. You've told us that you won't have 100% betterments on us, but for all we know, they could be 90% betterments, and that won't help us. There is no reason except for this savings to go forward at this time. This project can be postponed. We are asking you, all the citizens, you know, the mandate of the citizens so far is no to this project. It is not the time to go forward. You have a committee looking at the whole town for a clean water initiative and sewer expansion. But Stewart's Creek is not part of that. It should be part of the town-wide project. Again, that committee won't come up with an answer for 18 months, but that will be too late for this particular project. There is no reason to go forward now. Please do not. One other thing, I would ask all of you for the courtesy of a public discussion tonight on this subject. You have never discussed it. You moved the motion forward without discussing it. Each and every one of you spent an hour at the last meeting talking about snow removal. I ask you, because people's lives are at stake, to discuss this issue tonight and tell us what, in your opinion, are the costs and benefits of this project, that you must move it forward at this time when people's lives are at stake. Not just the cost of bus fare, but the cost of their houses. Thank you.
Barnstable, what is the status of the project? Have the bids been awarded? What could you give me an overview on that, based on the fact that this petition's been presented to the council, and what kind of window would there be to review this question, considering your project?
I don't know.
Process?
I'd have to defer to legal on this, on what the petition actually means. The contracts are in place, and they are with DEP at this point.
What's that mean?
It means that we've complied with all aspects of the ARRA funding and can proceed with the project once DEP has finished all of their paperwork review.
Is there a rescission time, or is there an opportunity for? Is the town locked in?
We would need, I would have to defer to legal, but I believe we would need to sit down and get out of the contract for some legitimate reason.